Hello, hello, hello. We are back with more Martian Gothic Unification.
Quick, name all three main characters.
Oh, don't do this to me. Kenzo, Matlock, and Karn.
Let's go!
I believe that's their names. I always forget Karn, I think.
Car.
Is it Karn or is it Korn? It's Karn.
Car.
Yeah. And Kenzo is our, tech guy. Karn is our generic, military personnel. And Matlock's, our biochemistry guy.
Biochemist.
Yeah. And those are our three main characters in the previous stream. So we got a distress signal saying that something was wrong and that they needed help, but in order to help, we needed to stay separate and we needed to stay safe.
Stay separate, stay safe.
Yeah, stay separate, stay safe. And so the idea is our three main characters entered the base on Mars. It's a Mars base. They entered the base from 3 different airlocks and have been trying to figure out what's going on. So far, we haven't managed to find much in that realm. No, answers, major answers at any point.
So far, we've managed to wander around aimlessly.
Yeah, we've kind of wandered around aimlessly. However, we did manage to finally get everyone out of their airlock. So that's good.
We found a gun.
We found a gun, that's good.
We found a little RC car.
Oh yeah, the baby bug.
A baby bug.
We don't know what to do with it, but we got it.
And we have the baby bug remote to use with the baby bug.
And yeah, and then so we were wandering around trying to figure out what we needed to be doing. Because every single time I thought, yeah, I know what we're supposed to be doing, I ended up that was wrong. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm still not entirely sure what we're supposed to be doing. However, I was looking through what we were doing last time to prep for the stream. And I do remember that is the spray cartridge. We found this last time in a spray gun. Yeah, weed killer spray gun. And that was right outside the alien room in the Arboretum? The park garden thing outside. And there was this weird alien hand sticking out of the ceiling. So maybe those two go together. And then, I couldn't find anything to put into the weed killer. However, when I was looking through the files, I don't know if I was just distracted or something, but, right at the very end, right when we were getting ready to get off, I believe I had tried to make a chemical as a Matlock, however, was unable to create it because I needed a specific container. I think I know what container that is, and I believe it might be the weed killer. I didn't put 2 and 2 together last time. So I'm going to try it now. So we're going to go ahead and put the spray canister in there and see if she can't put something inside it. We'll see. It very well might not work that way, but I have nothing to lose. And if this doesn't work, we're
back to square
one. Yeah, we're
one.
back to square one.
This was his only plan he could come up with over the course of 3 weeks.
Yeah, it really was. If this doesn't work, we'll look up a hint guide or something. Kenzo!
I was dying, buddy. You really should have thought that one through.
Ho ho ho! Hello, Sean. How's it going, buddy? I'm just dying. Ah! No, get off! I think I still stand by the fact that the one thing I don't appreciate about these zombies is, come on, stop! There's
Hey, did you
no
know you're
pushback.
supposed to avoid getting bitten by the zombies, or?
You know, I was considering it.
Because
as
it
an
seemed like
option.
you were trying to at that point.
Is he trying to fight me already? God dang it! Yeah, he's coming for me.
Him walking slowly towards you. Is he coming slowly towards me?
Is he going to walk up slowly?
Maybe you should find a
And
room
down
without zombies
smash.
in them.
I think I should go into this corner and hope that he doesn't get up and try and kill
He's
me.
totally gonna get up and come over to you.
Probably, but at least I'll get like a little warning sign when he's killing me.
He's gonna be there when you get back.
Can I put this in? I can. Okay. Use the computer. Chemical combiner. Now I can't remember exactly what it was. I want to say it was hydrochloric acid? Ah ha ha! That sounds like progress to me.
Progress has a very unique noise.
Yeah,
Kind of sounds like a blender.
yeah, a little bit. Alright, now let's get this acid and back to Karn. And then we'll send him to go fight that weird thing hanging out of the ceiling. If I don't get anything beyond that, then we'll resort to a hint guide. Because I still cannot, even having just watched through what we had done last time, I still, for the life of me, cannot think of anything else to do right now.
Well, you just let me know and I will hint guide away. So we'll give you a fair shake before that happens.
Kenzo, no!
He came back. It's over.
Karn? What? Neither of them are under attack right now, though. What? He is
Okay,
now.
well, yeah, I would say he's under attack for sure.
I just knocked this guy out. That's stupid.
Maybe it was informing you that the other one's about to get up.
It's possible. You know what? I'm gonna let that one go off for a minute. Because I need this guy to be doing other things. Alright.
Hydrochloric acid could do some serious damage.
So
I
it
know
could.
exactly what I want to damage.
And I know exactly what I want to damage. Kenzo.
Kenzo.
He's just having a rough. He's having a rough day.
You know what? He really is. Alright. Can I combine these? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
I know exactly what I want to use it on.
Yeah, I have an idea of what I want to use that on. I believe I want to use it on the hanging alien creature. Where the heck am I? I need to get to the...
Was it Penny Lane? No, it wasn't Penny Lane.
No.
Was
If I remember right,
Square?
Matlock's at the Piccadilly Circus. Look, okay. Kenzo is on Boulevard St. Michael. So we have to be...
Dead Man's Walk?
No, I don't think we're down there. I think that's one of the last areas. I think we might be in Park Lane. I think.
No, Park Lane does sound a lot like Penny Lane.
Ha ha ha.
You can tell this game's old because they still believe in pennies.
The penny doesn't even exist anymore.
What's a penny?
They're marketing it out now. As soon as they can, everything will be rounded up to the nearest nickel.
I gave you my 2 cents today just to celebrate. Remnant.
Oh, did he actually die? What did he die from?
Exhaustion. You worked him too hard. Long hours.
Sayonara.
I'm gonna be real with you. He might have just suffocated.
That doesn't seem right. Well, great. We're like, what, 2 minutes in today? Already died.
Well, the bright side, we didn't make any significant oh wait, we did.
Ugh.
We made more progress in the last 2 minutes than the last 2 hours of the previous stream. Got him.
That's accurate, honestly. Alright, let's get Kenzo to a safe place then. Jeez. I don't know, is this place safe? We'll take him to the end of this hallway.
Just take him all the way back to his airlock. That'll save him.
Yeah, he'll be safe here. Alright, now Karn.
Kenzo's having a heart attack, help.
Yeah, unless he starts having a heart attack. We'll send that up. Swap over to Matlock. Karn's under attack. That's okay. This will take me like 2 seconds. And actually, he was kind of safe a little bit down the hall a little ways. So that's probably where I can throw him. I'll go ahead and knock this guy out. In fact, he didn't even attack me right here. So that might be a safe spot. No, that's Kenzo. I didn't want Kenzo. I didn't want Karn either. I wanted Matlock. Dang it. Oh.
Oh, now you can remember their names, but not who's who.
No facial recognition. Alright. Come back over to the computer. Yeah, so far I'd say Matlock's had the easiest go in the entire game, but that's mostly because 90% of last session she never made it out of
Been
her
in the
airlock.
box the whole time. You gotta give her some slack. She's been hanging out in an airlock. Honestly, she doesn't even really know what's going on yet.
Not compared to everyone else. She only knows that there are zombies. Because she was attacked by a couple of them. Alright. Let's do this, Shizzle. You, take that. Take that. Hydrochloric acid. Now that could do some damage. I know exactly what I want to use that on.
Yeah, about as much effect as a water pistol. Pity I don't have anything stronger to put in a spray gun.
I didn't mean to use it. We will place that inside of it. Alright. And now we head for the Arboretum. Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, isn't that this door? I ran off the wrong way.
Well, you win some, you lose some, I guess.
At least I remembered this time. Alright, and I think I wanted to use it here. On this guy. I guess real quick I'll save as Matlock, because she'll have the easiest go at it. She's got a computer right here in her room. Yeah, no kidding. I don't want to be attacked. That'd be silly. No, I didn't want to do that. Martian Mayhem. Yeah, I forgot. You gotta go with Martian Mayhem to save.
And
That's
each
silly.
computer only has a certain amount of saves before that computer can no longer save.
Yeah.
As a reminder.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you'll run out of saves on one computer, and then that computer's done for the rest of the game. You'll no longer... It's basically like if each typewriter in Resident Evil had like 9 films to them.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to collect films, each one has film.
Honestly, if it gets to that point, I'll use save states. I don't care.
How can you save state on official hardware?
This isn't
This
official
isn't
hardware.
but the game is sitting right there.
It is. Actually, it's behind me.
We just can't record on official hardware.
Well, we finally did get the PS3 working, but I wasn't going to work my way back to this point, and I don't think I actually have a way of recording my PS3 right now.
Yeah, we
My new Elgato
can't
doesn't...
record the PS3. So.
Yeah, I can't record. I have an Elgato HD60X or something like that, and
Whatever happened to the Dazzle? We need to bring back the Dazzle.
I'm pretty sure our Dazzle
Where's the
is
next
in
gen
Dad's
Dazzle?
office back home. I'm pretty sure because he was using it to record VHS tapes to his computer. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
I can't wait for our Omnicrom of the Nomad Soul playthrough.
I am anxious to
That's
play.
going to be legendary.
I like the way you scream.
Corn. Whoa, maybe he is the son of Corn.
Let's tone it down there, buddy.
We have progress. Good lord. A respirator and a bicycle pump. Now, the bicycle pump, didn't someone have a, like, deflated something or other? Was it Kenzo?
It's
Yeah, deflated Mars Hopper. So the bicycle pump might
examine the
help
Mars
with
Hopper.
that.
Let me hear what he has to say about that.
Someone sure let the wind out of you, didn't they?
Thank you, Kenzo.
A bicycle pump for one of those Ares Trail Blaster bikes.
Ares! So, Sean, you'll get a kick out of this because this is right up your alley. Would you like to know what Logan bought today? It's a PS3 game. Just so you have a good chance at guessing.
Resite. Looks a mess. The same as my apartment. You leave the place alone and the dirt just builds up.
What was in the bottom right corner?
If this is what your apartment looks like, I think you need to call an exterminator.
It's a little,
And a
little
janitor.
worse than Silent Hill, I'd say.
And a maid.
Hey, there's another
And
computer.
potentially the government.
Fans. Filtering oxygen.
Air warning. Red alert status. 5 minutes remaining before heat.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No. Weird thing. No.
Shoot it. Solves all my problems. Oh, there's a button you have to press to shoot down.
Is there?
Yeah. I remember when we were
Wait, the
looking...
kick button!
The kick button finally came in handy! I remember when we were looking through the controls, there was like a button you had to press to aim straight down or some such.
I think it is a head crab, yes. Triangle. It's triangle.
I guess that control is specifically for these type of enemies.
I am out of ammo.
Well, we tried.
We tried. What'd she say? Warning, air filtration, only have like 5 minutes or something?
Judith Haraway, Beta Project Director.
After this is done, I'll tell you, Sean. Give me a second.
I made planner call this morning. Botman seemed pretty eager to be relieved as project director. He said he
one-year contracts don't last for a Martian year, all 687 days of it. Anyway, all's well, Allenby. End report. July the 2nd, 2017. Well, Allenby, it's happened. Breakthrough day. Just took weeks after I arrived. It's actually happened. I was at the mining site an hour ago when news of the discovery came up. And what news? Whatever hopes you had for the Vita project, we've surpassed them. Full information will be transmitted on a security alpha line within the hour. When you receive it, you'll not be able to believe what we've found here on Mars. But believe it, Allenby. Believe it. End report.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 5 minutes until the air quality becomes too hazardous. Unfortunately, I got cut off by Headcrab McGee over there. But, oh, well, I could just turn on the fan. There we go. No, that turned it off. That made it worse. Yeah, Logan bought PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale for the PS3 today. He found a copy for $12 at one of our local game stores. However, it didn't come with everything. But apparently, the PlayStation 3 store is still up and running. I thought I had heard that it had shut down, but it is still running. So we went on it, we connected to it, and we were able to buy for $40 bucks? $40 to get all the extra costumes and costume DLC.
It was $50.
It was $50
for all the DLC.
So we have everything there is for PlayStation All-Stars. I don't remember having played it. However, Logan has threatened me that he's gonna have me start streaming random fighting games to see if he can get my my opinion on fighting games to change. So he's compiling a list, and he's gonna have me start playing through like some of the story modes of these games. I believe I've already heard the All-Stars on there, the PlayStation All-Stars, Mortal Kombat, and Subspace Missionary from Smash Bros. Brawl. So that'll be a trip. Anywho, the function of recyc are atmospheric filtration and air recycling. Air recycling is also assisted by photosynthesis in the arboretum. The most crucial elements in recyc are ceramic discs of zirconia heated to 750 degrees Celsius, which break down carbon dioxide into carbon monoxide and oxygen. Only the oxygen molecules are small enough to pass through the zirconia discs and are stored in oxygen banks. A system of fans and dust filters recycle and pump air throughout the base. Unfortunately, Martian dust is constantly clogging air filters, and regular cleaning is required to keep recyc functioning at optimum levels. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, Punch Time. I remember the Cartoon Network attempt. Very vaguely, but I do remember it. So I'm out of bullets, aren't I? I sure am. So I guess I can kick these fellas.
Yeah, the Cartoon Network game I've seen. There's technically the multiverses, though I could be wrong. I believe they might have delisted that game.
Have they already? It's very well.
They delisted it, then brought it back for a 1.0 release, and then I think they delisted it again.
Ooh, you know what might have happened to Kenzo earlier? He might have gotten poisoned. I forgot that there's a poison status.
Potentially. That makes more sense than anything else we thought of so far.
Yeah.
Can also get you to play the Marvel vs. Capcom games. Those had an interesting story.
Oh yeah, you're a huge fan of that kind of stuff, aren't you?
The Marvel vs. Capcom series gets real interesting.
The Project X Zone.
Project X Zone, technically not a fighter though, so that wouldn't count.
That is an RPG in that.
It is a tactical RPG, yeah.
There's a lot of dirt around.
It is a tactics game.
This filter is choked up with mud.
Ooh, you know what? You know what? I think I know what goes on that.
It's a tactics game with a fighter-esque battle system.
Yeah, Multiverses is already shut down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even play it once before it got delisted, so...
Yeah, I'm just not much into fighters.
Which is the reason that I would have you play them, because it'd be hilarious. There's Power Stone? You remember Power Stone?
What?
I ask him about Power Stone every time, and he never remembers Power Stone. I'm hoping one of these days I'll trip him up and he will remember it.
What the heck is a Power Stone? Did we talk about this last time? And
It's an old,
Drive
old
belt micro.
Dreamcast arena fighter.
Oh.
I swear we played it back in the day, but
I don't remember.
nobody else seems to remember it at all.
Vibro Scourer. So I need to swap to Kenzo.
There's that Castlevania fighting game on the Wii.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I know a lot of obscure fighting games. Blood and Iron.
I'm not. You cannot pay me enough money to not play Blood and Iron.
I can't pay you to not play it? Can I pay you to play it?
No.
I can't pay you to do nothing.
I refuse. Okay, we've played quite a bit of Blood and Iron.
It's one of the only 3 Dungeons and Dragons Curse of Strahd video games out there.
It was awful.
It ends the trilogy.
Yeah, for good reason. No one wanted to play it again after that.
It had a level up system and magic spells.
And as impressive as that was.
It had a permadeath.
Let's see, is Tekken on that list? Do you care about Tekken? I remember playing a lot of Tekken Tag Team for the PS1 growing up. Great, now we have all these spider things everywhere.
Tekken's cool. I was always more of a Soul Calibur game guy myself. Played a lot of Soul Calibur
The
growing up.
bulkhead sea
I remember playing the Soul Calibur on Wii.
The one that had the top-down like campaign where you ran around the field.
Yeah. I remember playing quite a bit of that. And that's all I remember about Soul Calibur.
We played a lot of Soul Calibur 3 and 4 growing up.
Did we?
Yeah.
I remember...
Remember the one with Yoda on it?
Yes?
I think we had the one with Yoda on it.
I think that was Soul Calibur 4. On the PS3. Try your only move is hustle. It plays a lot more like a turn-based game with a full fight replay after someone wins.
I've not seen gameplay footage of that, but I was following the developer while he was making it.
Red alert status. 1 minute remaining before
Oh,
keeping
shit.
life unsustainable.
Yeah,
I
that's gonna
need to-
happen.
Yeah, I need to find a place where I can...
It's because the game was originally named something else, but he had to change the name. I remember that being a big deal in the circles I follow online. You know, the first Dynasty Warriors game was a fighting game.
Yes, it was, and I actually did know that. I watched several retrospectives on just the Dynasty Warrior franchise as a whole.
Condition critical.
Yeah, no, 30 seconds, I get it.
Before human life unsustainable.
I'm so close to cleaning this thing.
Did you know that you're about to die? Did you know that?
I'm trying so hard. If it's not this, like, bubble brush, then we're gonna die anyway, so it's fine.
You know, 20 seconds before you just die.
It's weird that there's not a actual, like, on-screen timer. Situation dire. Five seconds, oh god! I don't think we're making it this time, boys. The issue is I think I'm gonna clean this, but I still have to turn it back on before it actually counts. So this is probably still a game over. Yeah, I didn't. You were standing perfectly in front of my line of sight, so I couldn't get in front of the monitor to access the computer. Now that I know what I'm doing, though, it shouldn't be that big a video. In fact, I can run back real quick and grab the thingy-madoodle before I even trigger all that stuff to happen. So you know what? That's fine. What's Lethal League Blaze? Is that another fighting game? You know, I really should have some of the comments pop up on screen. I know I save it so that it still shows up in the VOD, but I really should have it pop up on the screen somewhere. Kenzo, right. I am going to point out one thing that's worrying me about this. Although I'm going to fix this fan, and that's all fine and dandy, I didn't see anything else worth worth picking up in that room.
We're doing all of this just for you to go, well, we're stuck again.
Well, I guess we got the bike pump. We did get the bike pump in that room.
Don't forget about the bike pump.
So,
In
I
case
mean,
you
we
run
still...
into any bikes.
In case I run into... You know, fair
It's
enough.
only compatible with a bike, you understand?
Alright. We got it this time. It'll be fine. We've got this. It's treated as a fighting game. You attack anti-grav ball that gets faster with each hit. Kind of like Deadly Game of Dodgeball. Okay, fair enough. That does sound interesting. Kenzo! Kenzo. Are you poisoned again? No. Get out of here.
Let's just leave this room and go somewhere else.
I'll take him right back where we got him last time. He was safe there.
screamed.
That seems very metal of you.
Resite. Looks a mess. The same as my apartment. You leave the place alone and...
Right. Yep, you told us that. I'm going to loot this corpse before it stands up this time. And we can get the nail gun, the nails, and... Do you think I need the oily rag? The brown herbs I think I can make into more health boost. But what do you think about this oily rag? Do you think we need oily rag? Maybe to, like, catch it on fire or something?
Either to catch it on fire or...
I think one of the characters has a lighter, don't they?
For the bike you're gonna have to find, you know?
You know what? I'll take it just in case. I'll examine it in my inventory, see what he has to say about it.
Oily rag. I like oily rag.
I bet you do.
You know what? Karn might have some issues.
I think the situation's getting to him a little bit.
Lethal League Blaze is generally one of my top favorite games. Great music, the action gets very fast, and the art style is very reminiscent of Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio is a fun one too.
There's a lot of dirt around here.
I'm sorry, I believe you mean Jet Grind Radio? As we are in the United States.
Ha ha ha.
It still floors me that they went with Jet Grind Radio in the United States and Jet Set Radio everywhere else.
Right.
And then the re-release was called Jet Set Radio. So I just really question what they were thinking originally.
Nice clean filters. And the air's getting fouler by the minute.
Well, the filter's clean now.
I like oily rag.
I like rag. Alright, let's turn this sucker back on. I'd like to think that'll do. Nothing there. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in this room specifically, but at least we know we clean the air filters. So there's that. I think that's probably the last of what we need in this Arboretum. I don't think there's anything else in here. Alright, well, we did get a bicycle pump, which I'm going to send to Kenzo. Because he could probably use that. Let's see. I guess I'll send him the oily rag. And what's the respirator?
Should be about 3 minutes air supply in this.
Okay. We got a hacksaw. We got some gloves. He really doesn't have a lot to say about the gloves. Nope, I actually have to sum that up. And now that we got those spider creatures wandering around, I'm wondering if... Because those ones seem to follow me throughout the entire hallway. Now nowhere's safe, unless it just doesn't have one of those in the room.
Right.
So that's gonna suck. I actually got a couple of tracks that they're getting... God dang it! Speaking of... one of their games made by Hideki and same composer for Just Set Radio and Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush is another classic. I think... So Logan and I ended up playing through, like, all of the Sonic games in preparation for Sonic Frontiers when it came out. We played through a good what were at the time considered canon titles anyway. A good portion of them, and the Sonic Rush series was considered canon at that point in time.
It still is.
And is it? I know they just released a new list of
Sonic
what.
Rush is still canon
Okay.
because it introduces Blaze.
Right, Blaze. Technically, it's introduced there and not in 06 because, well, no, 06 is also canon.
Yeah.
They confirmed that in the latest time.
Rush came out before 06.
Yeah.
So our first appearance was in Rush.
But I remember we played Rush because Rush was the PSP games. No, that one was Rivals.
Rush was the DS game.
Rush was the DS games. My bad. We really liked Rivals. I don't know if we played
Rivals is still canon because it was considered Silver's.
Correct. Because at the time, 06 wasn't considered.
Uncanon, which they've retroactively went back and changed. Maybe the timeline includes it, but it's
does
like an
now,
alternate
yeah.
universe thing.
It's weird.
A bicycle pump for one of those wacky Mars bikes.
Wacky Mars bikes.
It did not work on the deflated Mars Hopper.
Someone sure let the wind out of you, didn't they?
Ha. Have we seen one of those wacky Mars bikes? If we did, it was probably as Kenzo. I want to say someone like... They had hung themselves in it. 06 is canon, but it's canonically dead. It took Logan a long time to get behind me on the whole Sonic 06 isn't a bad game vibe.
He praised Sonic 06 for the longest time, and I had played 06. It was one of the only Sonic games we had growing up next to Sonic Adventure 2. Like, outside of, like, the Genesis collection, right? So for the longest time, it was, like, one of the only ones I played. And compared to Sonic Adventure 2, I had issues with it. And then I played every other Sonic game besides that. Sonic 06 after that is fantastic. I love Sonic 06. It's amazing what context will do to you.
Looks like the lock mechanism has been heat fused.
Is there any way I could deal with that? Bicycle pump?
I make fun of it, but I'd much rather play Sonic 06 than Lost World.
Lost World was...
Honestly, I'd rather play 06 than Colors, too. I wasn't a huge fan of Colors.
fair.
I liked Unleashed, though.
Unleashed was pretty fun.
I think the metal system got annoying, but... have you tried the Sonic Unleashed recompiled project yet?
No, I have not had a chance.
You should. Well, it's really good. It's really well done. And you could change Chip to be a fully voice-acted Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
They went through and fully did it. It's amazing.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, why in the heck would I need to inflate the tires on one of these? It's exercise equipment. Even if I had the ability to do so, why would I? Maybe later.
Yeah, so?
So what can I use the bicycle pump on? That door's closed. Is there another hallway down there? Shit. Hold on. Get off! Where's my health at? It's not bad yet. Get off! There we go. What is in you? Got a vac tube. What was... Oh, the bathroom. Forgot this was down here. Oh yeah, there's a tanning bed that I have nothing that I could do with it. I don't know what I would use for the oily rag. No. Right. Use dead body with bicycle pump?
The name badge reads Jameson.
Jameson. J. Jonah Jameson? Probably made that joke last time too.
Few months on Mars and already I'm fully acclimatized. I'm fitting in here just dandy. They put me in Arkham Dorm. The place names and card signs around here are a bit of a Vita-based joke. It feels sort of weird in there. I always dreamt of color until I slept in Arkham Dorm. Now all my dreams are in black and white. Mr. Ober, he's a chief supervisor, one of the big three around here, along with Felici and Haraway. He gave up his quarters to Mayland and moved into Arkham with his lower grades. I guess that
Get me pictures of the spider crabs. That is pretty good. Logan finally got me to play through the PS4 Spider-Man game.
So actively playing through it anyway.
I'm basically done.
Starting me off with dog maintenance. My job isn't sound much, but it's important, and it'll lead to bigger things. I'm young, I'm going for it, and I've made a good start. I just know I'm gonna have a great time here on Mars.
He did not have a great time here on Mars. We have a green tag. I don't think there's any green doors available to us, though.
Do you have the silver bell yet?
Silver bell? Yes. It is a bell without a clicker, as I recall. Where are you at? Yeah, silver bell.
Now this is interesting. A Severine Wright altar bell from about 1670. Spanish, probably from the Toledo region. Pity the clapper's missing.
And then we got this electronic screwdriver, which I thought I knew where that went to, but I was wrong. We got a pumice stone, which I thought had to do with,
Do you
like,
have a yellow tag?
a yellow tag?
Yeah, have you gotten a yellow tag yet?
I can't remember if we did last session or not. Let me look at the map. It looks like there's only one yellow room. And I think it's one of Kenzo's. On Boulevard St. Michael. I'm wanting to say yes. If I'm correct in my thinking, that yellow tag goes to a room that when I go up to it,
The
Kenzo's
mood
like,
chamber?
I can't go in there. That room's disgusting.
Oh. Have we been to the mood chamber yet?
The mood chamber?
Yeah, the AI was called Mood. The mood
No,
chamber.
I believe that's where the yellow tag leads. I'm pretty sure. Because Kenzo made the comment, hey, I can finally get into this room. This is like the mood chamber or something like that. And then when we tried going in, he goes, this room is disgusting. And I was kind of hoping that cleaning the air filter would have fixed that. And I went to try it again, and that did not fix it. So, unfortunately, that's not the case. I'll try and run back that way again. I really do wish this game had a better map. I'd definitely play a remaster of this with some slightly better mechanics.
I'm trying to look up kind of where we are generally to give us a bit of a boost so we don't get stuck in. And I think what you need to do is get into the mood chamber.
That sounds about right.
Then you need the yellow tag,
Which I think we did,
the
and I
bike
think I
pump,
unlocked it.
which you have, the respirator, and
Which
the
I have.
desk key, which I unlocked to get the silver bell.
Right. So I have the silver bell. We have the bike pump. I'm pretty sure I've already unlocked the yellow tag room. I'm wanting to say that is the mood chamber itself. And we do have a respirator. Do I need to give the respirator to Kenzo then?
Yeah.
Alright, well I can do that. Wrong guy. Well, right guy, wrong time. You. Oh, that's not who I wanted. I was just playing as him. Yeah, if I'm correct, what you're talking about is down this way. It seems like until I get the bulkheads working, that this hallway doesn't have anything else to offer me. That or maybe if I get like a blowtorch might do me some good. Yeah, I believe the room you're referring to is this one. And he will go in it now because I have the respirator, I assume.
Warning, wall breach, room close to Martian atmospheric conditions. Leave now.
Looks like the outer wall's breached. Heat and air is being sucked out of here as fast as it can be replaced.
Breach security lock in operation.
You need to fill that hole. So, put the deflated Mars hopper in there. Or the respirator. Put on the respirator.
Okay, that gives me more time. I wasn't close enough.
Now use the pump.
Yeah. I was just trying to do it all in the wrong order. Oh, Kenzo, hold on.
Yay!
Groovy. Let's just hope the denser atmosphere of the base doesn't blow it right out of the hole and across the face of Mars.
And get me locked in the mood room. There we go. There we go.
Now let's talk to Mood.
Mood, we have some questions.
Mood, can you hear me?
I am a subunit of Mood, which is one of the highly advanced YX009 series of computers, possessing consciousness and a personality based on a living person. Mood is an infomesh computer, requiring a telepathic link with an expert infomesh operator for full interaction.
It was groovy, though.
Artificial personality, extrapolated from that of a celebrated actress, is at present disengaged. To engage artificial personality, please use the Omniscan headset. Warning, those not experienced in infomesh interaction will be unable to activate the headset and may suffer severe adverse symptoms.
Mood!
This is a recording. I'm not in at the moment, but if you care to leave a message, I promise
God
I'll
damn
get
it,
back to you
Mood.
sometime before the end of the millennium.
Maybe you can stop pretending you're a recording and we can get down to meshing. What about it, Mood?
Don't mesh with me, saucy boy. We haven't been formally introduced.
Then allow me to introduce myself
Is this Rita
informally.
Farr?
I'm Kenzo.
And I'm Mood, as you well know. I hope you've not dropped in for an idle chat. I was sleeping when you called. I feel decidedly under par. If we absolutely have to chat, then give me a boost from that wonky power core. Will you, sweetie? I think I'll nod off again.
Mood, wake up!
There's nothing more to say. Now clear off and let me sleep.
That's the end of that.
So she's demanding we give her a boost on the power core,
Access denied.
and she won't let us sit down until then. Okay,
So now we gotta restore her power.
how do we go about that? I gotta think here. Is there a power room that I remember? Off the top of my head, I would think it was the giant fan we just cleaned out, but that is just for clean air for us to breathe. That was an extremely long voicemail, but that's, I think, what makes it good. Sometimes you just have to have a ridiculously long voicemail. Woohoo! My phone just went off. The Thing Remastered is on sale.
Let's go.
That's another one we're gonna have to visit eventually.
Just to put you in the right direction, you might in fact have to be as Matlock during this next bit.
Matlock.
Yeah.
What can she... Well, if it suddenly starts letting me use that screwdriver, I'm gonna be upset. What do you have? I gotta remember what you had. She doesn't have a lot of room. I remember that. We got nitroglycerin. Maybe that'll work where the screwdriver failed. We got that silver bell. That didn't end up getting used.
No, but it was important that you have it.
Yeah, I need to... What I need to do is find, like, a locker or something where I could throw a whole bunch of her crap. There is a locker here, but it's already full.
It only had 4 slots.
Very small locker, if you ask me. Which you didn't.
See, if they can make The Thing remastered, they can make a Martian Gothic remaster.
Are you a big fan of the Digimon franchise? I know you've played a handful of them.
He has.
I have some opinions on Digimon.
I had him play through the first Digimon
Digimon World on the
game.
PS1,
Yeah.
and I have my opinions.
He has
We
very
haven't saved in a
profound
minute. I'll go
opinions
ahead and
on
save.
Digimon now. I've always been a fan of Digimon. I've played more Digimon stuff than I have Pokemon stuff.
I did finally get him to beat a Pokemon game, though. He beat Pokemon Emerald. And then he had me play Digimon World.
I felt like it was a fair trade, but he seemed to disagree.
Fair trade, sure. It's just not what I was expecting. Matlock, why won't you run? The circle button? Hello? You know about it, but you haven't delved as deeply as you probably would have. Fair enough. Yeah, I have opinions on Digimon World. And they're not necessarily great. It's not that it's a bad game. I can understand why people enjoy Digimon World. It's just not for me. Black tag acquired. Don't have that. And Digimon, at first I really liked Digimon World. I do think that, like, basic premise of the game is really fun. Going around, figuring out what each Digimon's problem is. Why is my run not working? Can anyone else run? Yeah, okay, she just doesn't run. What the heck, Matlock?
You're interrupting her during her break, alright?
I enjoyed the premise of, like, figuring out what a Digimon's issue was, and then coming back and being able to slowly fill up your city. That was, like, extremely fun. The premise of the Digimon dying every 20 minutes and having to start from ground zero, every single time. That part of it screwed with me. So, like, you'd spend half an hour grinding up stats to make a specific Digimon just so that you could run out, maybe fight two creatures, and then your creature goes, "Oh, I'm not long for this world, I'm too old." And then you digivolve back into an egg and start over. I just could not get behind that. It was way too grindy and repetitive for my tastes, and I'm an RPG guy. So if I'm saying it's a little too grindy, it's definitely not one I could have played through as a kid. I would not have had the patience for it. I simply would not have had the patience for it. Because I barely had the patience for it as an adult. But I did beat it. I did get through it. It was one of our game challenges, so I had to get through it. I remember her being able to run. This is weird. And she doesn't have a weapon on her right now, does she? No, she doesn't. Silver Bell. Digimon Survive was the, like, PS4 one that was like a visual novel almost. It's not the most recent one, but it was, like, almost the most recent one, wasn't it? Data Squad on the PS2. See, I have vague memories of playing Digimon World. If it wasn't with you, then it might have been at Grandma and Grandpa Lewis's. Because they had a PlayStation, and that's where we played, like, Croc, Gex, and Medieval a lot.
Summons me from the underworld. Gex.
Gex. There's also a Game Boy Advance fighting game I vaguely remember as well. Don't remember the name, but it was the first game I ever emulated. Okay, fair enough. I don't know if I've asked you this, but did you see that they basically put every Yu-Gi-Oh game, every retro Yu-Gi-Oh game on Steam in a huge bundle? It's the Yu-Gi-Oh collection, and it's got like 14 Yu-Gi-Oh games in it. I figured that would be right up your alley. You used to really get into Yu-Gi-Oh, didn't you?
If there are bacteria.
Gray tag required.
A tag? Right, this hallway. Can I use the nitroglycerin? No. Silver Bell. No. See, you would think it would be the screwdriver, but it's not.
This is a screwdriver, and those are screws. I want the bloody screwdriver to screw the bloody screws.
That's ridiculous. It's just the handheld game titles. So that wouldn't be like the PlayStation 1 game, which is the one that we grew up playing. Or at least the one that I grew up watching you play, because I did not understand Yu-Gi-Oh! Until what? Until 2021?
Yeah. And even then, what did we really ever?
I still don't understand how Yu-Gi-Oh! Works.
You know, Archipelago has a randomizer for Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories on the PS1.
Forbidden Memories, yeah.
Which is, from my understanding...
yeah. Me whining, because Forbidden Memories for the PS1 isn't on the list.
Oh, yeah. So there's an Archipelago for it, if you were curious about that.
Man, I'd struggle
Personally,
enough
I would
playing
never-
it normally.
Well, it's like considered the hardest Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, from my understanding. It's like the hardest one. I don't know what makes it the hardest one, but apparently it is.
Don't worry, nobody ever fully knows what they're doing. I don't know. I feel like you definitely understood what you were doing when you kicked my ass at Yu-Gi-Oh!
Isn't Yu-Gi-Oh!
But it was a fun time.
Isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game that they were forced to make a card limit because someone in a tournament brought in like 8,000 cards and they had to bring it in, and like 3 people had to carry it in?
Yes, I believe that is true.
So
it
they
was
had to
either
make-
that or it was Magic of the Gathering.
Yeah, they had to make an upper card limit.
Magic
for that.
of the Gathering. Magic the Gathering. Which I know that one has its own game franchises as well. I think Pro Jared played through a bunch of them on his channel. Hey! What do I... Biosensor's not going to end up being useful. It would be, but it's just not in my case. Former judges, in fact, they were known as the Delinquent Duo, named after the same card.
The Delinquent Duo.
You know, someone named the Delinquent Duo would. They would bring 3 tables worth of cards in and be like, hey, by the way, guys.
Well, from my understanding, they also had a lot of cards in their deck that required them to shuffle their entire deck, which for a deck that size took a while.
3 years later,
So
my
they
next move.
So they just wasted a lot of
Shuffle.
time with it.
So there's not much I can do in this room. I guarantee it has to do with this panel down here. Why isn't the screwdriver working on this panel?
A screwdriver of some sort. Looks a bit peculiar.
What in the heck?
I'll need to walk carefully with this explosive.
Oh, that's why she won't run. I have the nitroglycerin in my inventory.
She needs to walk carefully.
Yeah. No, I'm a freaking idiot. Ooh, maybe I could use the nitroglycerin on the door.
I thought Kenzo had released all the Deacon Town doors, so why is this one shut?
I don't know. Do you hear that? That might
Yeah,
be
let me
the-
know when you want another hint. I can keep giving you hints if you're stuck. I don't want to just tell you what to do, but I do have the hints up. So.
Gotcha. I need to find a spot to put this nitroglycerin. I forgot. That was like the first thing I did in this episode was pick up the nitroglycerin. And they did it to bring attention to the fact that there's an unlimited max deck set.
Causing problems to fix problems is the best way to get problems fixed.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole point of beta testing.
Make a big enough mess of something, and someone's bound to fix it.
There we go. She's a running now. Would you look at that?
Unfortunately, you need that nitroglycerin.
God dang it. Okay, well, I'm trying to think of what she... I'm going to run around real quick, because it'll be easier for me to find things this way. She wouldn't use it on this panel, so it's not for that panel. The screwdriver won't work on that panel. And we can't use anything on the door. So it's not anything in this hallway. At least not yet. Now, if I open this door... I do remember a while back, which I don't know if you've ever watched... Like, I know you probably got into the animated series for Yu-Gi-Oh! If you liked the game. I know some of my other cousins were really into the animated series. But they actually... You can... Hello, what are you? Lipstick, contact lens, photo, and a nicotine bag. Oh yeah, I've already put stuff in this before. They have all of Season 0 of Yu-Gi-Oh! The one that got banned in the US for being too graphic. With Yugi's games. They have that on YouTube. To stream for free. At one point, we watched Season 1, basically, all the way until the end. And then it was like... maybe 2 episodes before the end, and we stopped. It was basically right when it started adding, like, dice mechanics or something to it. It was called, like, the Dice Monster arc or something like that. Alright, this room requires a black tag.
Black tag required.
Excuse me. Black tag? Maybe I could use the nitroglycerin on this door. I doubt it, though. But that is the only thing in this room that I can do. So this one for sure. There's just not anything I can do, because I vaguely remember there actually being a black tag. So that's not the solution. You are a dead corpse that I am very, very surprised has not come to life in any way, shape, or form throughout my entire wandering. And then we have this hallway. This hallway, there's a loose cable. Now, I've thought about using the drive belt, but that doesn't work. Doesn't use the silver bell. I don't imagine it uses a screwdriver. So it's a loose cable. Pumice stone? No.
There's a loose cable right by the door.
Do I use the nitroglycerin on that to open the door?
It's wedged tight. It'll take some force to dislodge this door.
Wedged tight. It'll take some force, maybe an explosion.
An explosion? And how do you make an explosion?
With nitroglycerin.
And?
Running, apparently.
This is a multi-item puzzle.
Gotcha. Nitroglycerin is at least one of the items I need. Did you now? How many episodes was Season 0? No, I don't want to use the computer. I only know of one episode from season 0, and it's when he pours booze all over the table and sets a lighter on top of the guy's hand, which I think is pretty much the only season 0 episode that ever gets referenced out of there. And it's mostly just so people can be like, look at how wacky season 0 is compared to season 1, episode 1, when Tiny Yugi pops on the screen like, hey guys, let's all be friends and play cards.
What even is a Battle Monsters game?
What is Battle Monsters?
As the card game in the show is called Battle Monsters and not Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, you know.
Because it would just be too weird for the main character to be named after the card game.
Yugi. Oh. Yugi. Alright, well, at the very least, we've got the nitroglycerin, so we'll walk that over there. And then hope that we have the rest of everything we need in our inventory already.
My favorite bit about the anime was going through each episode and pausing on the one weird frame with his friend's face.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The blonde kid. I don't know why. My mind's wanting to say Stevie.
The cable will go round the neck of the flask.
Joey.
Joey.
Yeah,
it was an E. I knew it was something.
You go through
E.
each episode and you pause on the one frame where Joey's face gets like hyper realistic.
Yeah.
It's
something won't go.
It's like my favorite bit in the series.
It won't go around the neck of the flask, so I need some kind of rope. Does anyone have a rope? I have a drive belt, but that's not exactly a rope, and she won't use it that way. Oily rag? I doubt that worked.
Yeah, you need the oily rag.
I need the oily rag!
You need the oily rag.
That's rude. But I guess if I wanted an explosion, an oily... I even made that joke when I picked it up. That's funny. Okay, yeah, I'll get the oily rag. Ooh, in fact, there is a closer room on this side that I can use. No, there isn't. Never mind. Wait, is it? No, that one's black tag, that one. No, the closest room is this way. No, you don't. Get off. I'm kind of surprised no one else has had issues up to this point.
Well, you win some, you lose.
Yeah, I kind of expected to hear from Karn and Kenzo a little bit more. Now, I do remember this door. We do get it open at some point. I don't know when, but I know big monster alien guy does chase you out of it, and you have to be, like, real quick about it. Alright, Kenzo. That's who we need. Right. And he should be right next to a vac, shouldn't he? No, he's in the mood chamber. Of course he is. Which is fine. That is right next to a vac. Well, I don't... Not that one. Yeah, we'll go straight down this hall. We'll go into the room where, What's-her-faces keeps tackling me. Get off me. Oily rag. Take this. And then we'll swap to Matlock. We'll use that vac tube. And then we'll send him a health boost, because he apparently needs it. Send him a couple of them. I'm going to go ahead and swap over, get him back to a good spot. There you go, buddy. You deserve that, honestly. Kenzo, you've been, like, straight and true this entire time. I'm sorry I have to keep giving you a bunch of shit for putting yourself in situations like that. There's 27 episodes, each is a different game being played, up until the couple arcs that focus on the card game and the Bukhara arc with capsule monsters. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the mood room is going to be one of the safer rooms for Kenzo. So that works. Alright, Matlock. Time for us to get into that room. We got everything we need. Go ahead, use the computer and save.
Martian mayhem.
Alright, alright, alright. Did you ever end up getting into the Pokemon animated series, Sean? Yami Yugi's voice might be a little jarring the first time you hear it. Don't actually hate it, though. Okay. I really enjoy the Pokemon animated series, but I can only ever get like through the first 2 seasons. And then for some reason I just quit watching. I basically start the season where he goes to Koto, or Johto, for Heart and Gold, which surprisingly is my favorite area in the Pokemon series. I love Heart and Gold. So you'd think that I'd really like the Johto region episodes, and I just don't. I don't know why. I get to that point and I'm just like, I'm Pokemon out. I'm good. The Kanto city, yeah. That's fair. I've watched a handful of the movies that are outside of the Kanto region. But yeah, it's just not one that I've ever been able to get into. And of course, there's like, what, 14 seasons of it now? 15?
It's wedged tight.
And the lighter. And now we need to run away from this
There's
door.
hoping.
Whoa! In a world where Matlock put an oily rag up to some nitroglycerin. Oh no, don't tell me the spider guys are in here now. That's rude.
Power core. The air's warmer in here.
Indeed. I'd imagine it is. How do we turn this bad boy on? Passcode for Downing Street. And I will take the health boost, yes. Alright, what all do we have in this room?
A vent to a powerful heat source. Must be volcanic.
Must be volcanic, she says. Oh, hello?
Generator console. Works by palm recognition.
Does it recognize my palm?
It doesn't respond to my palm print.
No.
I've just had an unpleasant thought about a dead man's hand.
I'll have to get someone's hand and put it on here, huh? Do I have someone's hand? I doubt I do. I guess that's another reason to have the hacksaw, huh? Passcode Downing Street. $1010. Where's Downing Street? So that's where...
Next to Park Lane.
Is it? I thought it might have been next to Dead Man's Walk.
Is it not the green? No, I guess it wouldn't be the green
No,
room.
the green room's just going to be a room.
Then yeah, it's probably next to Dead Man's Walk then.
Do we even have access to that area, though? I don't know if we can go down... well, Madison Avenue might be where Kenzo has access to. Yeah, because that's an airlock, isn't it? Yeah. Downing Street might be somewhere that Kenzo can get to. Because I think he is in the mood room, which is the yellow room here. So I would need to leave and go down this hall. Yeah, about a dead man's hand. That's what I was about to say. The thing is I just didn't think we had access to that lower section. I think the bulkhead doors are down, and we don't have access to that section. Unless now it's just available. Kind of also don't want to leave Matlock in here because that zombie might wake up, but we'll do what we can for now. I'm going to try and go in there as Kenzo. So if I'm correct, we are in the yellow book. Jeez, that was rude. I see you awake out there, buddy. Get off me. Get off me. So this is the yellow room. Right. So we have two ways we could go. One goes to Boulevard St. Michael, which I'm pretty sure is the... Right? Yeah, no, it caught me off guard. I forgot it was going to do that. I think we need to go down this way. This game could have really used a better map. I think this leads to Madison Avenue. I could be wrong, but I think this leads to Madison Avenue. Get off. No, this... This is Boulevard St. Michael.
And so do you have access to Madison? If you don't have access to Madison, then you're not getting to down there.
Right. Pretty sure this is Boulevard St. Michael. Yeah. So... if that's the case, then I probably need to go down this way.
Yeah, the map system needed to be changed to, at the very least, have the section of the map that you're currently standing in blink. Like, it doesn't have to do anything else, but just have the room or the hallway you're standing in blink on the map.
Right.
That is all I'm asking for.
Okay,
So I can at least
so-
orientate myself on if I'm at St. Michael's or the Dead Man's Walk or anything. But unfortunately, that map is so utterly
Sealed.
useless.
If one's
It's
sealed,
incredible.
they'll all be sealed. The only way to raise them is through the main computer.
Right, so that's sealed. I can't access that.
The
Which
bulkhead-
that one's sealed as well. So I don't have access to Dead Man's Walk or Madison Street.
So that
I need
puzzle
to
is
find-
null and void right now. Until you
Yeah.
have access.
Until I have access, I just cannot do that section. Will this work?
It ain't going out of style.
I mean, it seems to be working thus far.
Well, you gave him his
Spidey
prep.
crab, Spidey crab.
I mean, you say it seems to be working. I say nothing's happening.
But I mean, I also say nothing's happening. But I mean, oh no, it didn't work. He's gone.
That took
A lot. Bully the head crab. That's a
Another head.
yeah, another one.
uh,
Into the airlock.
we're gonna ignore you phasing through the door there. Alright.
Emulator glitch, surely.
The air is almost gone.
Not a lot we can do
There's
about
only
that.
a few breaths left in my air tanks. I can't go out there.
Okay. Locker key, Piccolo ammo, radio, watch. And the baby bug. The baby bug I feel like might be something that I'm supposed to be using. I just cannot for the life of me think of how right now. Because I could pass like items along through the baby bug. But why would I do it that way when I could just do it through the VAC system? I don't know if I made the joke, but Bully the Head Crab sounds like a Nintendo 64, or Nintendo 64, Super Mario 64 star.
Bully the head crab. Let's go.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. It stuns them quick enough, right? And I don't have to use Piccolo ammo, which the Piccolo ammo is the only thing so far that works on the zombies. And those guys don't disappear. Okay, so I need to access
Maybe
the
you
main
just
computer.
haven't tried hard enough to stun lock them with kick.
You know what? Maybe. So I need to get to the main computer, but I believe the main computer is in the mood. So,
So did we figure out how to turn the power back on yet?
so the power requires the handprint, right?
That's the power machine?
Yeah, that is the power core. In
Okay.
order to turn it back on, I need a handprint. The handprint, we believe, is somewhere on Downing Street or Dead Man's Walk, perhaps. The only reason I was thinking that is because we got a passcode for something in Downing Street, which to me sounds like we should have access to that area. But technically, there is nothing actually saying that the man's hand is down there. Now, on the other hand, you see what I did there? There is a man in the bathroom on Kenzo's side who I can interact with on the ground in the that bathroom. Maybe I take the hacksaw to him to get his hand off of his body. That's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm doing. I wish they'd learn to do a drop kick. Instead, they do whatever this is. And he won't do it in this room. Sure.
Inexplicably forgot how to kick.
No, he's done the reverse. Now he's just forgotten how to kick. Though it looks like the spider crab basically just respawned immediately, so that's not like kicking it did any good. Yeah, he's just forgotten how to kick now. Oh, I was clicking the wrong button, my bad.
Their kicking ability is basically Luigi's down taunt.
Alright. And I need to come in here. What was I? I need to get the hacksaw, which you have. You know what? That's on me. I should have known better. That is very true. At least Luigi can spike people with his kick. Sean, you'll be proud of me. Logan got a Switch 2 the other day, and to celebrate, he threw on some Smash Bros. Ultimate. And he he had me play a couple of online matches. And I actually held my own, rather than instantaneously dying. Which is impressive for me. What, this way? Yes. If I remember right, the restrooms are at the very end of this hallway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in here. Yeah. Let's see if we can't use the hacksaw on this guy.
Saw style.
Can I get your hand? Yeah! Come on! Come on, buddy.
Hopefully the blood doesn't ruin the scan. That's all I'm saying.
What am I doing? This is really horrible.
It's important. It's vitally important.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, exactly. Oh, great. Finally made this room a bitch, too.
You took his hand.
Wrong guy. That was the guy on the job.
No, that's what he said. He's like,
you took his hand.
Why didn't you take mine?
You're not important enough. Alright, you go there. And now I can swap back to Matlock, who I don't think is anywhere near a vet. But, oh, no, there is one. There's one right there. Hello. You have anything in you already? No. Okay. I will take the severed hand. We're making progress again. Holy crap.
This is truly ghoulish, but I've got to get more power into the base.
Computer accessed.
Oh, how handy.
Power core is the pumping heart of Vita Base. It is essentially a 200-meter shaft linked to a natural underground heat source. Receptor panels store the heat and transmit the power to all areas of the base, including Recyc and the mood chamber. Very well. Now, what do I need to do to that arm to fix things?
Generator HUD. Converts heat to energy. One of the receptor panels is missing.
Ooh, I have one of those.
So all we need to do is spike a receptor. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, no, I have one.
You had one on hand. That's handy.
That receptor panel will be enough to power up the base.
There we go. So we'll turn around. And we'll put that panel back to work. There we go. And we'll go ahead and give a save. Now that that's been armed, we can get Kenzo back to the mood room. And he can go ahead. Matlock is under attack. Okay, you could stay right here then. Who is attacking you, Matlock? Is it one of the spiders? No, that guy decided to get up finally. I was worried about that. Get off. I was worried about that. I figured that might happen. Alright, then we'll get you back to your safe room then. Which is this way. We'll take you back down into this room. That's fine. This should still be a safe room, I hope. No spiders? Cool. Back to Kenzo. Alright, buddy, let's get you back to the mood room. Another thing it looks like, I think some of these guys respawning is definitely proximity based. So it might be worth trying to kill some of these guys in hallways that we don't plan on traversing that often. So we only have to kill them once in a blue moon. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but it's an observation I've been having. The moon room. Ah, dang it.
He waited just long enough.
I thought I could get past him. Alright, Mood. Talk to us. What can we do? I assume you're gonna open up my bulkheads.
Mood, can you hear me?
I am a subunit of mood.
Access.
Whew, okay, we got a lot of stuff here. Bulkheads. What?
Would you raise the bulkheads, please, Mood?
Oh, I don't know about that. I tell you what, we'll play a game. Give me the password, and I'll lift the bulkheads.
What password?
It's a matter of reading the signs. If you can't read them, get someone to do it for you.
The signs?
How much can you tell me about Earth control?
Everything. But I'm far too tired to be bothered.
This mission we're engaged in, the Enigma mission. Do you know anything about it that we don't?
Not really. You're investigating 10 months of radio silence from Vita base. Mind you, Khan knows something you don't.
What does
Oh,
Karn know?
Ask Khan. But he won't tell you.
that's suspicious.
My full name is Kenzo Yuji. Have you heard of me?
What's this, fishing for compliments? You're Earth's most renowned techno-zen hippie, king of the info-meshers. Must be a great honor for you to mesh with the solar system's most magnificent computer. Do you wish me to get intimate and call you by your personal name of Kenzo?
Yes.
I think I'll stick to your
Yes.
family name of Yuji. I never get intimate on the first date. At least, not before midnight, Kenzo.
Allenby.
What about Allenby?
What do you think of him?
Not much.
Oh. According to the mood files, you're linked to the entire PA system in the base. You're also hooked up to the PA in the necropolis.
Well, what of it?
That means I can talk to you anywhere.
I know what's going on everywhere, but I'm not inclined to indulge in chit-chat here, there, and all over the shop. If you want a bit of a chinwag, drop in and see me.
What can you tell me about Diane Matlock?
When she was a small child, back in 1996, she read the news headlines about the microfossils identified in that Martian meteorite. First proof of Martian life. Since then, she's devoted herself to finding living organisms on Mars.
Is Matlock one of Allenby's secret operatives? Anything shady about her?
She's not one of Allenby's people, and she's not shady. Mind you, nobody's perfect. Even you.
Can you tell me any more about Matlock?
She's not all she seems to be.
What does that mean? Why are you being so dismissive?
Have you ever played Martian
Have
Mayhem?
you ever played Martian Mayhem?
Enough said.
Were you aware that the Walking Dead are rambling about this place?
Ah, yes, the non-dead.
The
A
non-dead.
single strain of Martian bacteria. Spooky, aren't they?
How do we deal with them?
Shoot them, that's what I say. That'll keep them quiet for a while. Whatever you do, don't let them touch you with their hands. While they're up and about, their bodies are steeped in sub-zero temperatures. They'll freeze you on the spot. They've sucked in the cold soul of Mars, you see. An icy spirit. We're talking brass monkeys here, darling.
The music is so loud, it is overpowering their chat.
Well, you would.
As far as I know, there's not a way to deal with that either. I don't think there's any settings that
It's
change.
just how the game is. It's one of the
What's
few
special about
joys of
Martian bacteria?
Mars.
Yeah.
They've been encoded with living memories. The memory of the Karakarak is in their DNA.
The Karakarak.
Exactly who are the Karakarak?
The ancient Martians. Most are long dead, billions of years ago, when the planet's atmosphere boiled away. But a few, very few, are what you could call sleeping.
Has the spirit, the memory of the Karakarak possessed the Beta-Base?
The spirit of the Karakarak has possessed the whole of Mars. Check the text files. Password, Geist.
Oh. Okay. I can do that. Password Geist.
Operation Akarak. What is that?
Akarak is the true name of Mars.
Cool.
Anyway, it's all on the text file in those rubbishy computers you can find close by. Text file password is field.
So we got Geist and Field.
Mood, can you hear me?
Oh, God, now what? You know, I must get my beauty sleep or my neural networks will be absolutely shot to bits. I was just having the most delightful dream of 17 young sailors on pogo sticks, silent, upon a peak in Darien.
What?
The symbolism escapes me. Anyway, power core has been restored. You should be wide awake. Is anything wrong?
Just a moment, let me see. Ah, yes. Several heat receptors are out of commission in power core, so you'll have to make do with 60% energy levels. Hard cheese.
Hard cheese.
There's a standard computer voice. Female. Mid-Atlantic accent. Is she a subsystem of you?
How dare you suggest I have any association with that woman? Compared with that woman, I am as Queen Hatshepsut for Commandoxy in a wayside inn. Please refrain from mentioning that woman to my face ever again.
My apologies.
I warn you, I shall sulk.
She's gonna sulk.
She will sulk. She means it.
Mood, the password is Park Lane.
Park Lane. Jolly good. Well done, Kenzo. But what's your step?
Alright, the bulkheads are up. So there you go, there's that. I can use the chair. She'll let me use the chair. Oh!
Ah, a semi-real chamber. A simplified version of a room in my own home. Won't budge. Perhaps music is the key.
Now, I will admit, I do not remember this part.
A shamisen, complete with plectrum.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't remember that part at all. But the bulkheads are open, so there's that. Which means things are probably about to get a lot more dangerous.
As is tradition.
Yeah. There's always a point in these survival horror games where things just take a turn for the worse. So that does mean we have access to Downing Street, Dead Man's Walk, 2nd Street, Whitehall, and Lonely Street. In fact, I believe that finally means that we have access to running into each other, which means getting into the same rooms is now definitely a problem, because we have to stay alone, stay safe.
So you'll have to remember where everyone is.
Yeah. Now, right now...
Also known as the main reason the map system is the way it is.
Yeah, it's on purpose to make it more difficult to remember where people are. I believe Karn is in Park Lane right now. He has no danger of running into any of us. So right now, the only potential issue is going to be Kenzo and Matlock, which isn't that big of a deal, because Kenzo's locked in the mood room, and no one has a room to go to the reason to go to the mood room except him. That being said, everything in Downing Street probably right now, in that section, should probably just be accessed by Kenzo right now, because he's the closest. We also can access the computers again and see if maybe we can use that Geist code or the field code.
Well, before we get into all of that, it's been 2 hours, so we should probably...
Go ahead and take a break here real quick. Fair enough, fair enough. We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in like 10, 15 minutes probably. And then we'll continue. You know, Sean, that's actually funny. I made this, the font for this is actually the same as the Luigi's Mansion font. Um, and I had to use a handful of filters and what have you to get that working the way that I wanted it to for Spooky Game Month. But this is actually technically the exact same font and will be back screen that I used for the Luigi's Mansion randomizer streams. So you know that's actually kind of funny, because that's fine. Which we need to get around to doing another one of those, because when we were talking about Archipelago, what, a couple days ago, and so I went through and looked to see which ones they've updated, and they've updated a bunch of them. Specifically, Luigi's Mansion might be almost completely functional now. Specifically, like the traps and stuff, that issue, they've kind of fixed, so it might be worth going through and playing through a rando of that sometime soon.
We did say we needed to do an Archipelago soon, so they have
Oh, wow,
Dark Souls fixed apparently.
Oh yeah, while we were off screen, I also tried to add the chat box to the bottom left of the main screen, so we'll see if that worked.
The bottom left?
Eh.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, it's there. It's a little
nice.
small. Let's see if I can't increase the size just a little bit. There we go. Surely that'll be fine. Surely. So there it is. Yeah, see? Perfect. Now, if any of it rolls over onto the screen, it's not like... it doesn't have, like, a background to it. So... there's that. But... I guess I could change the alpha a little bit. Maybe make it... have a little bit more of a background. We'll say 0.5, maybe? Give that a go. Give her a test. Maybe it'll have a little bit more of a background behind the text. It's either that, or it'll actually make the text partially see-through, which will make the problem worse. Which will be kind of funny. Okay. Okay, thank you, music.
He said okay, and it was like, ba-bum.
Yeah, I believe our next... we're gonna head towards, what, Downing Street? That seems to be the next best thing for us. So, let's go do that. Get off me. There we go. What was it? This way? No, that's to the boulevard. We need to go down this way and to the right. There we go. Yeah, now that the bulkhead's open, we can go down this way.
The bulkhead's sealed. If one's sealed, they'll all be sealed. The only way to...
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so maybe we unlock the bulkheads in Park Lane specifically? It's weird that it wouldn't have unlocked all of them. But you're the one in Park Lane. Which means that there must be a bulkhead somewhere this way. Now, what could Karn need to do through the bulkheads?
The bulkhead sealed. Automatic security procedure during biohazard alert.
Yeah, this is Park Lane. She said it opened, didn't she?
Bolt block 779 locking mechanism. Looks like the lock's been deliberately jammed from the inside.
And this is the airlock we started off in. What? Okay. No, not this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she opened it because she was like, be careful what you wish for. Did kind of laughed about it. It did not add any kind of background. Okay. Weird. Maybe this door's open?
White tag required.
This week is going to be interesting on gaming, at least to me. Risk of Rain 2's Alloyed Collective, and its non-DLC updates. Kirby Air Raider drops, and Gigabash has its Chimera. Oh yeah, you sent me that, didn't you, in Discord? The Chimera DLC. Yeah, that does all sound pretty interesting. Restricted. No. Local? No. Now, there was a computer that had some files, like, completely restricted on it. And I can't remember which one that is. It might have been Karn at the library room? Now that I think about it, it might be him. So I'm going to go ahead and swap to him. See if I can't find anything there. I'm just really confused about the airlock. Or, bulkheads.
I mean, you might ask her about it again, see what she said.
Well, the thing is, it's just the bulkhead option disappeared from the menu as an option to choose. That's what was weird about it.
Weird.
It's definitely not this room. I'm out of bullets. And I should probably see if he needs to heal before he dies. No, but Kenzo does. What the heck, Kenzo?
His heart do be blinking up there.
Don't know if I'll be able to go Switch 2 by Kirby's launch, since I want to see Bundle Deal first, but I'm sure excited about the Risk of Rain 2 stuff. Yeah, don't you worry. I'm sure as soon... Can you please stop? As soon as Kirby Air Riders releases, Logan will be purchasing it. He got a Switch 2 and everything to prep. So... And there goes Kenzo. Which is a problem because Kenzo's the one at low health.
Yeah, I'm still shocked that the GameCube application on the Switch 2 did not include Kirby Air Ride in it. to prep people for this launch. I mean, I get they wanted people to buy Kirby Air Riders, but if you like Kirby Air Rides, you're gonna buy Kirby Air Riders. It's not like they don't include Mario Kart on systems to get people to buy the new Mario Kart. So that's kind of weird.
Instead, we got both the US and
European
versions of the 5 games.
One of which is Chibi Robo.
Yeah, I mean, you get some
Nintendo recognizing Chibi Robo. Look at that.
Chibi Robo love. One of them, which I'm going to find interesting, I haven't played it yet, but it's the European version of Luigi's Mansion. Where during the Colossus fight, you skid around on the back of the vacuum during it. So it makes it makes an already ridiculously hard fight even more difficult. The name Akarak came to all Vita base members in a dream. We knew through some dream insight that Akarak was the primordial name of Mars. The operation to unearth the momentous discovery down below was given the ancient title of Mars, Operation Akarak. As the old saying goes, we are digging up the past, but in this one case, perhaps the past is best left buried. Yuri Andreevich.
Not Yuri.
And then the other one used Geist, but that was in regards to Allenby, I think. I don't know which computer lets me look at that, though. Well, Karn, for the moment, it looks like you're still kind of useless. Kenzo, let's go ahead and talk to Mood again. Yep, nope, bulkhead option is not here.
What's special about Martian bacteria?
They've been encoded with living memories. The memory of the Karakarak is in their DNA.
Exactly who are the Karakarak?
The ancient Martians. Most are long dead, billions of years ago, when the planet's atmosphere boiled away. But a few, a very few, are what you could call sleeping.
Has the spirit, the memory of the Karakarak possessed Vita base?
The spirit of the Karakarak has possessed the whole of Mars. Check the text files. Password, Geist.
Yeah, I feel like there's not going to be a good spot to put this. The middle. We'll put it in the middle. In fact, what I could do, take you, shift you to the right a little bit. And then drop you down. Maybe. I don't know, that's a lot of black space. I don't know. I don't know. I will probably just need to mess with that a little bit more a different time. I could probably readjust. In fact, hold on. I can probably adjust this so that it's a little bit thinner. A little bit thinner indeed. Let's do 500 with 300. That's a little bit better. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. That'll work. Surely. At least it's better than what it was. Granted, that'll probably screw up a little bit with the "We Will Be Back" screen, but I'm okay with that. That'll work for now. There's gotta be a different computer that'll tell me about the bacteria. I just, off the top of my head, cannot think of a different computer that had a different passcode. It might have been on Matlock's side, now that I'm thinking about it right this minute. But that being said, she does not want to talk to me about the bulkheads, and the bulkheads are still locked. So I don't know what that's about, but I'm going to ignore this obvious plot inconsistency and change the Matlock and see if any of her computers might be able to use this key code. In fact, this one would probably be the one to do it. It's in a med lab and everything. Of course it would talk about. Okay, this one's not the one to do it. Of course it would talk about bacteria. So we'll try the other one. That and Matlock's the only other person we haven't checked the bulkheads on. I'm going to assume this one's still locked. Yeah. The alpha room? Yes. Do you have a file in you? No. Well, what the heck? None of these require a password. Were there any other computers? Can't think of any other computers. That leads to a dead end. This one requires a white or gray key card. That leads to a lab. You are locked. That's the airlock. No computer in there. You... I can get in you. That zombie finally decided to wake up. That's rude.
He's standing up now.
I guess I complained too hard. Oh no, this is the black key card. What was the other door? Oh, get off.
Should have seen that coming.
I should have, yeah. That one's the power core now. That one's the airlock. Get off. So, you're that room. Can't go in beta. What's this room? You want to wake up now too, do you?
Reinforced
Oh, you're a bulkhead.
bulkhead. Oh, the bulkhead.
Where's Mr. Bones when you need him? That is the question, isn't it? He's too busy dealing with the Ghoulian. Now that I'm looking at it, is there something blue on the floor?
This could happen.
Yeah! This could happen. Well, that is everything for her. Take another look at the map. Okay. So there's not anything I can do right now with chemicals as far as I'm aware. Park Lane is still locked off from the entire rest of the area. I can get all the way to his airlock, but that doesn't help me because that bulkhead is still locked. We did find his computer, and we were able to read through that, so that was nice. But that didn't get us anywhere with new information. Now, other than that, on Kenzo's side, he could talk to Mood, but Mood doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk to us. Ha 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 ha. If he sits in the seat, he can go into a different space. Maybe that's why I need the silver bell? Maybe in the cyberspace area, he can use that? I don't know why I would use that with the Shimison, but maybe. That seemed to be, you know, musically inclined. Off the top of my head, looking at everything that's available here, I cannot see what I would use with a musical instrument. I have this scarab.
An Egyptian scarab, gold-plated.
I have, like, this magnetic checker piece.
A checker. Highly magnetic.
I got a pair of gloves he doesn't know what to do with. I guess I could send them to somebody else and see if they know what to do with it. I'm going to assume that they're like rubber gloves, so that you can't be electrified when touching something, but obviously I don't know that for sure.
So what's the deal with the silver bell?
What's the deal with the what?
Silver bell?
It doesn't have a clacker in it, so it can't ring.
Now this is interesting. A Severine Rite altar bell from about 1670. Spanish, probably from the Toledo region. Pity the clapper's missing.
Yeah, so you can't even ring it. Now it is silver, but I don't know if that's relevant at all.
We can't ring it here.
Right. So I was wondering if maybe if I gave it to Kenzo and he went into that, like, a mind space.
It's like a VR area.
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe
It's like
that would
the
work.
idea of a bell instead of being a physical bell.
Exactly. But the only place where I could think of to use it in that room
Is
would be
the
with a
instrument.
Shimisen.
Yeah.
But that doesn't use bells, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you could use it
I could try
with
it.
the Shamisen.
I have literally nothing else to go off of, so that was what I was gonna try and do. You know what should be in Mood's room? A vac tube, and there isn't one. At least not that I saw. Let me give it another look. Is there a vac tube in here? No. The room's pretty cut and dry. So I'm gonna have to go hunt down a vac tube. I'm running out of ammo. Oh, you were turned around. Piss off. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Right. This isn't at all where I need to be. I need to be down that hallway. Which means I get to get bit 3 more times. This way? This is getting silly. Come on, get off. You know, I should have sent him with a couple more health boosts as well. That was... I should... Yeah. Oh well.
Delicate silver bell. Probably a 17th century altar bell. The clapper's missing.
Oh, spooky music.
Now I have a room with a view.
Now I have a room with a view.
I'm glad for you, Kenzo. Hey, I could talk to Mood in here. Do I have anything new?
Allenby.
What about Allenby?
What do you think? What's special about Martian bacteria?
They've been encoded with living memories. The memory of the Karakarak is in their DNA.
Exactly who are the Karakarak?
The ancient Martians. Most are long dead, billions of years ago, when the planet's atmosphere boiled away. But a few, a very few, are what you could call sleeping.
Has the spirit, the memory of the Karakarak possessed Vitabase?
The spirit of the Karakarak has possessed the whole of Mars. Check the text files. Password, Geist.
Alright, nothing new there. EA system, Diane, Earth Control, Enigma mission, extrudes.
What are those crab-like creatures scuttling about the place?
Ah, yes, the extrudes. Trimorphs give birth to them in warm, well-oxygenated conditions. Pesky little beggars, aren't they?
What can we do against them?
Take aim. And try not to miss.
Yep. Everything else. But we learned about the trimorphs as well. You also can ask just about Mars.
How much do you know about Mars?
Absolutely everything.
Could you be a little more specific?
Mars is the god of war.
So?
I've told you all I feel like telling you.
God damn it, Mood!
I've told you all I feel like telling you.
Power core base computer voice. Nothing new there. Anything interesting in this room? What was the point of this? Woohoo, I could talk to Mood one room away? I don't imagine this has its own map. No, it doesn't. Of course not. If I walk too far that way, I get up out of the chair.
At first glance, I'd say that diagrams of Vita base areas have been sketched on the rocks. A bulkhead. If you raise one, I think you raise them all.
There we go. This is the bulkheads. There we go.
That's it. All bulkheads are up.
Finally, there we go. Now we can make some progress.
So she unlocked the bulkheads, but you had to lift them.
Right. This is silly. So silly. And I'm almost dead again. Alright, well, the bulkheads are down. I'm gonna run to the opposite side of this area. No, I don't need to do that to this area. I need to do it to a different area. Which means I'm gonna get bit a couple more times. I'm just hoping I have enough health to get to another vac, because I'm gonna need Matlock to send me a health thing quick. Please send him a couple of these in the tube. And I have to be quick because, if I remember right, the other zombie was getting up when I was leaving the room earlier. Yes, she was. She's not going to be happy that I'm getting in there. I don't know if I'm poisoned or not. I don't know how you can tell. Alright. I'm going for the bulkhead. We're going for it. We're gonna see what's behind the bulkhead. Get off me. There we go. New area. Who dis? Some piccolo ammo. Just what the doctor ordered, too. No, get off. Come on. Nothing on them. Now, this... The key code was like 1010, wasn't it? Yeah. Which gives us Diabolus ammo, actual screwdriver.
Green tag for Dorm 3.
And a green tag Dorm 3.
You're a screwdriver, those are screws. Why won't you unscrew?
That is the million-dollar question. Why did I need to get a different screwdriver? Call that Elmo, only for its display like that. Good point, good point. Ooh, a new audio file as well. Kind of surprised I remembered the key code off the top of my head like that. I didn't have to go look it up. I'd say that's mighty impressive of me. Oh.
Green tag required.
Green tag. Okay. Which green tag? Which one are we looking at? I'm gonna guess 3. Yeah. Anyone home? I feel like I've had too much forward momentum.
We've simply made too much progress.
A resonator, nails, a health boost I will take. Antitoxin I will take. Nail gun, sure. Yeah, you know what? I'll take everything. I don't know what the resonator would be for, though. Back to, we want to send the screwdriver. At the very least, to Matlock. You know what? I will also go ahead and give her the nail gun, because she doesn't have any weapon yet. So I'll send all of that up to her. Still gonna look around a little. Oh!
Nope.
Well, that's a game over. Oh, when was the last time I saved?
It's been a while.
It has been a while. Oh no. Well, that's a trimorph. Oh no. It was right after I'd fixed the power core. No.
It looks like that that might be the stream, guys.
No. That is so depressing.
A lot of backtracking to do this at this point.
That is quite a... I gotta do it, though. That is a lot of backtracking. I have been a fool. Oh no, indeed. Oh no.
it's already 8 o'clock, so the rest of the stream is just backtracking. Won't get to make any more progress.
Okay, fine. That's sad.
This was a while ago.
This was a
This
while
was
back.
considerably long ago.
Okay, I will backtrack off stream then. And I'll just have to schedule another stream later. Mayhaps next Friday. That's just depressing. God dang it.
We were simply making too much
I
progress.
had just made the comment too. No! We simply were making too much progress. Oh no!
Good job, buddy.
Oh. Alright, well, thank you for watching. I got a lot to backtrack on. I'm gonna make you go play Juggernaut while I backtrack.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. If I've gotta suffer, so do you. But thanks for watching. We'll be back perhaps next Friday with more Martian Gothic Unification. At least I have an objective. The bulkheads are open. Progress can be made. But until then,